All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday, day 19 out of 75 of this challenge. And how am I doing? Classic me, running late to self-care. But I did text. I was like, I promise I'm en route. But I always say there's good reason why I'm late, but there is valid reason. I was so exhausted when I got home yesterday, which is I'm tired Fridays anyway because it's the one day that I have to be like on campus. I have someplace to be earlier. When you teach at night, you have to adjust your schedule. So you guys have heard me say that. Like literally, I teach at 5:15 to 7:45 at night. So then I work until the evening time. That's just what it is. But Fridays means I'm typically up at 6 and I'm out the door by 8 because I have to be to campus by like 10. After I filmed yesterday morning, caught you guys up on the challenge, I noticed when I was driving, I was like, gosh, I'm actually feeling kind of tired today, which it's not really like me to feel tired, but I could actually feel that I was tired. And I was all excited because last night, my buddies and I, we were supposed to go to Rudy's barbecue because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a great time to go see my friends and hang out because my better half is out of town, so this is perfect. I don't have to like rush home. But the closer I got to campus, now mind you, it's a 2-hour commute. Shout out to all the commuters out there. I was like, I am so tired. I'm literally gonna have to text my friends and say, guys, I can't do this. I'm too tired to do anything. I don't even know if I'm gonna make it through the day, but obviously I had to make it through the day. So that just meant that I was going to leave work at probably like by 4, no later than 4. And that was the case. I left at 4:05. I actually had filmed, but I felt like I sounded so tired. I was like, what was I even talking about? I don't even know. So I ended up deleting it. But I was like, all right, I'm going to leave campus, but I'm going to go to Rudy's and grab barbecue. I'm going to grab it to go because whenever my husband is gone, it's like girl lunch, girl dinner, girl breakfast. Literally girl breakfast, having a smoothie. I was smart. I ordered 2 yesterday morning because I just knew I was going to need like breakfast today. But anyways, they're a little too sweet for me, but anyways, so I go to Rudy's and like a true commuter, let me give some advice. Let me just give a little bit of advice to someone that might be new to the commuting game. Even though you know how to get home, because people will ask me, well, why do you set your GPS? Because I have to travel 1 major highway and 2 state highways. Technically 2 major highways, but I'm only on one for like a short, not even 5 minutes. So I don't count it. But I'm on the highway. I'm on a major highway that can have an accident at any given time. And instead of having to be on the road fumbling with my phone trying to pull up the map because there's an accident, your GPS is already set. So when I got into the parking lot, when I was getting ready to leave Rudy's, I was like, ooh, let me set my GPS. And I just texted the dog sitter. I was like, no, you're fine, you don't have to come by, it's good. And the second I set the GPS, it says you have an hour and 25 minutes. I said, huh? Hour and 25 minutes? Like I should be like an hour. So I look at the map. There's a terrible accident on the major highway. So sure enough, I not only get rerouted on a different route that I've never gone before. I thought it was going to take me to the Southern State Highway, but where the accident was at, there's no way like I could have accessed that part of the state highway. I had to get off sooner. So here I was in BFE cruising along And this, I mean, it ended up taking me, I think, an hour and 40 minutes. And I still had to get pill pockets for my dog, my little dog that has heart disease. And I was like, what is the quickest store I can walk in, get these pill pockets, and walk out? Like, obviously pay for it. I rarely go to Walgreens, rarely. But I didn't even have the bandwidth to walk into a grocery store. Or even, I didn't have it. I was like, I'm so beyond exhausted. I can't even fathom life right now. So I pulled into Walgreens. I had been listening to music. I didn't even have the bandwidth to listen to podcasts or other commuters, YouTubers. When it's that kind of travel, when it turns into a road trip that I didn't plan for, but I'm smart. Also, another tip when you're a commuter, always have food, water. I keep a gallon of water in my car. Always have food with you, because you never know. Always have water with you. Before the kids were into Stanleys, I got the Stanley because I'm a commuter. And this Stanley holds 40 ounces of water. I also carry a Hydro Flask water bottle that is 32 ounces, plus the gallon that I just keep in the back. I live in a very hot climate, so I don't play around when it comes to water. But anyways, like I said, when I got in my car to leave Walgreens at that point and got home, the only thing I could manage to do was wash off all of my makeup, because I'm like, sure enough, the second I sit on this couch, I know I'm going to drift off. I just knew it. And of course I did. That's exactly what happened. And I felt bewildered and tired and alert all at once. And it's not uncommon on Fridays for me to take a nap, but the way that I was feeling, I'm like, I don't think this is going to be a nap. I feel like my body is going to be like, no, you're just going to bed on the couch. So anyways, I'm almost where I need to be. But to recap the importance when it comes to commuters, big shout out to commuters. Make sure you have water. Make sure you have food. Make sure you set your GPS before you go. So if you need to be rerouted, you can be rerouted and not be stressed out. Because I could tell you on the road, people were freaking out. People were, tailgating, all this other stuff. And I'm just like, I got 0.5 and I'm getting off of this mess. And it ended up, was it a longer ride? Absolutely. But was it less stressful? Absolutely. Because I wasn't over here fumbling with my phone, trying to figure out how can I get home quicker. Yeah, I was already set. Anyways, maybe I'll record when I get out. All right, later, guys.